Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Fictional Character Motivation, to where I watch movies or shows, glean movies or shows, take something from them, and try to apply it to your life. I'm your host, Quan, and today we're going to be talking about a very popular anime that I'm just about to be finished with, or at least watching wise. I know there's probably still the manga, and the manga's pretty in depth, but the anime I'm talking about is Attack on Titan, on taking down your Titans. This show first started to come out in 2013. And synopsis: when man-eating Titans first appeared 100 years ago, humans found safety behind massive walls that stopped the giants in their tracks. But the safety they had for so long is threatened when a colossal titan smashes through the barriers, causing a flood of the giants into what had been the humans' safe zone. During the carnage that follows, Eren Yeager sees one of the creatures devour his mother, which leads him to his mission and vow to kill every titan. He enlists with his friends to the scout regiment to start his quest. This Watching this series, it is an awesome roller coaster ride that goes with high hopes and low moments and interesting emotions. Besides, um, there's a lot of things that kind of tips that kind of go into the show that I don't want to try to spoil, but I will say for the people who have watched it that pretty much, besides a lot of other things that the show dives into, such as racism, past dilemmas brought to the present day with laws, and how telling a nation of people something long enough that everyone from the victim to the victor believes it. The Titans are a dangerous creation that look like naked humans that range from the height of a little bit taller than Shaq to sizes that could give Godzilla an interesting time. If he didn't have the fire blast, of course, because I'm all for Godzilla. But let's see, the heroes we are raised with have, while they're training for the scout regiment, they are pretty much put into. They have a system that has been one of the few ways to take out these things, and the system is that they pretty much strap a interesting contraption wire harness with grappling hooks around their waist that helps that person pretty much go at very high speeds, which makes them a little bit hard to catch. And they're equipped with very sharp, very thick swords that, combined with those certain speeds, they use those swords to attack the nape, the bottom of the, I want to say the neck connection right here of the Titan. That usually kills them once it's been cut out. So it shows that with strategy, with creativity, courage, and skill, they can take on any foe that is quite simply a Titan, a big being. With this system, of course. But how I'm going to flip this on you is the Titans that you're facing are not just the physical ones. This could be something mental. This could be something spiritual. This could be something that is, possibly looming in your mind, like the smiling Titan that always that you just remember doing the worst thing possible. So how can we take out your Titans? Well, with this system, we'll go by a step by step. First, you want to realize what is the Titan's strengths and weaknesses. Every Titan, including when you keep watching the show, there are different kinds of Titans with different strengths and different weaknesses, even though some of them may seem a bit invincible in a way. Every Titan that you face or every problem that you may come across has a certain strength to it, but also has a certain weakness, a certain weak spot. And you must analyze it. Just like in regular combat, never go into combat 100% thinking that this is going to be an easy task. It is never going to be an easy task. It's going to be a difficult one. Step 2 of this. So we study the Titan's strengths and weaknesses. Number 2, come up with a plan. Whether it is with yourself, or you have to have multiple people, multiple friends, multiple scouts on your side. You have to come up with a way of how you're going to execute this plan. Can you do this by yourself? Would it be better with more people? Usually it's always better to plan with more people because there's more ideas bouncing around, of course. And number 3, of course, which is execute. Execute with courage. Execute with faith that this can work. So we have analyzing your Titans or your problems, your issues, strengths and weaknesses. Come up with a plan, usually with a crew, and execute. And as usual, down the road, of course, there'll be more Titans to take on, more difficult ones, more unique ones. But if you go by this system, if you continue on with this system, and if you eventually take on bigger Titans, you can up the ante by getting more equipment. You'll get better at planning. You'll get better with new things that you learn and be able to adapt, be able to use those against the Titan. And for the record, once you become such a Titan killer, then many other Titans won't phase you as much because you now have taken on multiple Titans, and in some cases different kind of Titans. And this shows in one of my favorite moments in the series, to where they're in one of the enemy's cities, and the enemy has become a Titan. Yes, you heard that right. You got to watch the series. It is very interesting. But one of the enemies has become this very fast Titan. But most of the time when he's faced an enemy, they usually run away. They usually cower. They usually try to unload all the guns as much as possible to take down that enemy while being completely feared. But he sensed something different with this group. And what he sensed is that even though he knew he was a Titan, even though they knew he was a Titan, they were causing formation to come down and take him out. And that sent a trickle of worry down his spine, because he's never met an enemy to where they looked at his Titan form and said, I can probably take you. And that is what happened, especially when it is a whole army of people who are trained to take down Titans. He almost had a panic attack because he's looking at these folks going like, wait, I'm a Titan, yet they're coming to take me out instead of me going for them. They're coming for me, and I have to be on defensive. When you take out bigger problems, when you take out more monstrous problems, eventually you'll send other problems shaking in their boots after a while. So, please, that is the end of the episode. Please tell me what you think. If this landed, if this hits, please follow, subscribe, share, like, all this awesome stuff. Even comment. Please let me know what you think. I'm your host, Quan. Hope you have an awesome day. Hope this helps. Hope this applies to you. Hope you can carry this with you. And as always, deuces.